Don't mind my little pieces. This is part 2. There are family members home, so I don't want to be too loud, but today is hopefully the last day of getting these little things done in my room. I have a couple more things that I need to get done outside of my room, like get my tabs and all of that. But I think I'm just going to do this part of the video as this part 2 as just doing little things and trying to get footage of them. I really don't want to do anything. I really just want to sit. So I think I'm going to sit, relax, get my, oh, it's 1:20, okay. And then I will be able to get going and get as much as I can done. Get my car cleaned out, do my paint bins, go through my work bag, replace the liner up there, which I think I might do first. I don't know how I'm going to film some of those things, so probably just going to see a bunch of clips just kind of wherever. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an overall of where I'm at. I've eaten lunch / breakfast, whatever you want to call it. And my energy just completely went out the window. Like it's gone. And I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I'm not sure what else to do. I'm not sure where to start, rather. Excuse me. That's pretty much done. That surface is pretty much done. Okay, so here I am just rearranging my closet, and then here I am getting hair in my mouth. Well, trying to get it out, actually. I do have some summer stuff in my closet, just in case I go on a date, but I really don't go on dates, so next year I'm going to be better about taking seasonal clothes out, so that way I have more room, but that's a hopeful, not a definite. But I think any of this cleaning stuff is, at least for me, definitely a journey, and I think for a lot of people I can speak for, is definitely a journey that is learned and By golly, I love those two sweaters. I just gotta say, they are the softest, most like squishiest things on, and more dust. Sorry about the fire alarm. We're making steaks and it's getting spicy in the kitchen. These are genuinely some of my favorite clips to watch. It is so satisfying. Okay, so now I'm doing my paint, and there's the Shug coming out of God knows nowhere. These things I found on Amazon. They come with little springs. I didn't end up using them, but probably would recommend if you are going to store that paint long term. Oh, and there you saw the vintage CD player. This paint I am so in love with, and I'm going to talk about it later in the video, but it is absolutely one of my favorite things. It is 10 years old. That can is literally rusting, and I was clearly very excited to get it all fixed up and whatnot. So I don't know what happened to any of my old paint stirring sticks, so I just used one of the pieces of cardboard that I found. And we are saving every last drop. Well, unfortunately, some of it did end up getting thrown away, which in the later part of the video you will see I had a very hard time with. Not sure if I'm going to include that clip or not, but throwing that paint can away with a little bit of leftover paint in it was hard on my heart, I'll just say that. I did not realize how small these little containers were going to be. However, they are perfect for touch-up colors, so I highly recommend. Probably won't put it down in the description because I never remember to do that and don't want to get your hopes up, but pretty easy to find on Amazon, and there's only a couple of them, so not hard to find. And we won't forget to bring up the Buster cat that just, strolled in. It was at this point I realized that I would have some left, so I tried to open the other container and put more in, and unfortunately I wasn't able to save all of it, as I said before, but I tried my darndest. And clearly I did a little too well because I had to put some back in the paint can. And because I'm very impulsive and there was leftover, I decided to wipe off the wall and then touch up some of the little spots that were left over. I will say, I always forget how red my hair is until I see it in this context. And you still can't really see what I'm doing. My walls are heavily, heavily textured. A lot of the little bumps that are on the wall were showing little tiny dots from the previous color, so I kind of had to stab some of the parts of the wall, which, it is what it is. Gotta do what you gotta do. So this would technically be the third coat of black to go on that little skinny front piece. It is the same paint on that dresser, but as you can see, it is latex paint. It's meant for walls, not necessarily for furniture. And there's my man, my big fat man. He's my helper. Honey. Honey. He's quite literally sitting on the floor, whining. And I have no clue why he refused to look at me. His tail would wag, but he refused to look at me. Turns out he was just trying to make me read his mind. He just wanted out. Honey. What? What? Honey? Are you pouting? Did you just want out? Is that it? Yo, this dang paint bucket. I'm so in love with this paint that I cannot throw this away. I keep staring at it like I'm about to paint my entire fucking room with it. I can't let it go. I'm saving the top of the paint can. That way I can take it in and get it duplicated. That way I have another bucket of it when I need it. Not now, I'm not getting it now. When I need it, you know. But it's giving me so much emotion. Because part of me, this is going to sound crazy, but I feel like I'm throwing myself away. Like, I feel like this is the embodiment of me. But it is so stupid. There's only, like, enough to, well, I could make it go pretty far to be, you know, I can make it go pretty far, but I'm not. I'm going to throw it away, and I'm going to release it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 1. Even in this moment, I felt a little ridiculous. But looking back on this, I'm actually very proud of myself. I did it. And there's the phoenix rising again. I've touched that up a little bit. There was just a couple of little blue specks shining through. Nothing too crazy, but if I had it out and I was using a paintbrush, I might as well get it, you know. But yeah, I'm going to save the top of that paint can for later on because I do want to use it in my future house for windowsills and all that. Because it's literally the perfect black. So, yeah. And as you saw, I literally poured as much of it as I could into those 2 backups, but still, I have a hard time letting go of even an ounce of unused paint. Which I'm looking at my wall, and I do want to paint that. But I'm not going to paint it now, because I don't have that kind of energy. Nor am I willing to let myself expend that kind of energy. So, got my trusty dusty nail patch stuff. And I'm going to do those holes. And there's a really deep one right there. I don't know what happened to it, but I'm going to see if this works. Hopefully it does. Worked on the rest of them. I'll show you. These are the repairs I did on this wall, which clearly you can tell, but this was a children's room for 30 years. Yeah, we've been in this house for a long time. And this was my brother's room before it was mine. So This stuff I just found at Walmart. Pretty easy to find. I ended up opening it outside of the bag on my bed, which was kind of dumb. But just gotta work it around a little bit, and then it's super stinking easy to use. I recommend kind of using a scooping technique, kind of like you see me doing there, to push some of the product into the little hole to, patch the hole. This kind of looks like a smiley face, I'm not even gonna lie. That hole was much more interesting to fill simply because it was like an actual divot in the wall. And because my wall is textured, I tried to kind of blend it out just a little bit and kind of rough up the top of it so that way it wouldn't be like a flat surface. This stuff is super easy to work with. It dries pretty fast. I've had this bottle for a couple of months now and have done 2 separate fills with it. So I think it's a pretty good price for the amount of product you get. That one I probably didn't have to fill, and I may regret it later simply because of the way it looks. I feel like it's gonna be pretty stinking obvious, but I mean, it's not a dent in the wall anymore. And then kind of looks like a smiley face. After seeing this, I'm very tempted to not paint over it. Genuinely, it looks like a smiley face. That is actually really cute. But those holes were not necessarily too bad, but there were a couple of pretty big, see the skin on my lip. It's a really good thing I got diagnosed with ADHD before I could even think for myself. Anyway. There were a couple really big nail holes and thumbtack holes and whatnot, so I didn't want to, pass those by while I got the stuff out. And those ones, honestly, they kind of, actually, they look pretty good. This one was another gash in the wall. And then, don't mind the crinkling of my heating pad. Yeah, that was like the entirety of the drywall, just like chunked out, but oh well. Those are gonna look a lot better than they did, so that's all that matters. So the night that I painted my my wall over here, I actually painted my windowsill, and then I went around after I patched up a couple of holes and just painted over those and made it look fresh and new. And it definitely makes a difference. For a long time, I didn't really mind them because I have so many things on the walls. It was like, I kind of didn't mind the imperfections. But now that I'm getting a little older and I like things to be a little neater, I kind of want to go through and just touch up the walls and fix up some of the spots like this. Just get those and those taken care of. But I also want to repaint this blue. There's my finger. I want to repaint this blue to match more of this creamy pink. So when it comes to paint, also, going to so I did that night. And then I'm going to paint again and get that freshened up, get that taken care of, repaint that, and I'm going to try and convince my parents to let me paint my ceiling blue. Because, I mean, why not? A lot of the creativity like this and what's behind this, which is not too far off from what's on this wall, happens when I'm just, I need a little bit of a release creative release.
Not only has this past 10 years been incredibly eventful,
it's also kind of hard to cover
this
it up
room in the past 10 years has been my sanctuary.
I had a lot of fun painting it. And they were also done at a time where I was very sick, mentally and physically. And yeah, so yeah, anyway, I get the garbage rounded up, vacuum, and I think, oh yeah, I also need to fix up this piece of little stuff right here. And then I think I'll go through my work stuff while I do that, because that's work stuff too, so yeah, I'm kind of at the end of it. I'll give you guys a quick little between shot as I have come to do. Word's not working. I gotta show you outside though. Can't tell. Wait, hold on. Okay. So, I've done some stuff. A lot of going through things. I for sure am ready to go to Goodwill and the storage unit. And then I'm also ready to go to Dollar Tree to get the gift stuff so I can make gifts. And then that'll get out of my room. Now I just need a vacuum. Yay. Y'all, I'm so excited. My mom's making me a French dip sandwich. Got a fresh bag. And this is what I was talking about. I do believe I left that part in part 1. My bags smell good. And it's so funny because every time I do this and I'm smelling them, I'm like, this is so funny, but whatever works, like I said. I cannot place the smell. I think it's from my Nanny Mary's house, but also, just in case anybody didn't know, you're supposed to turn the bag apparently inside out. I don't know if that's all trash bags, but I always flip it inside out, smash it to, like, you know, open it up with the air, and then I'll pull the middle of it and kind of smack it that way. That way, when you put it in the thing, you're not having to stick your arm all the way down to the bottom and get it to open up. I just had to delete so much stuff. But good news. I found the good clip. And I think I found my other funny clip. There I go with the I'm almost done. The pile of stuff to go out of my room is getting smaller. Next to my bed is done. There we go. I'm so excited. This feels so much better. I'm definitely questioning if I want to move. I don't know if I want to move this yet because it looks a lot better how I want it to now. Still some stuff on that side that I need to get taken care of, but those are long-term things that take me a little bit longer. So yeah, for the most part, this is done. My mom burnt the buns. Oh my gosh, my finger is huge. Never mind. Was going to replace this thing here. I'm gonna end off my night here. I'm gonna get ready for bed, hit the hay, and try and get another night of good sleep before I have to go back to work. I'm not going back to work tomorrow, but the next day. So I'm still able to get stuff done tomorrow. So I will pick up then. I also have to show how great this looks. So much better. And then I'll just keep that there. Excuse me. And the main Shug, I'm gonna go lay in his bed. Or not. Okay. Hey guys, so quick little update. I just got out of Dollar Tree and I spent way too much money, but I have things now for all the gifts that I want to give, and then once I get all the gifts together, I'll eventually get those spread out. Storage unit gets this stuff dropped off. The donation center was shut down, so unfortunately those will have to sit in my storage unit for a while, but that's totally fine by me because they're not in my room. So alright, I'm excited. Let's do it. My eyes look crazy, by the way, too. Alright, home from Dollar Tree and the storage unit. I have all these goods. Oh no, are you kidding me? Oh, hold on. Bags to put random stuff in because, you know, storage. Have a lot of random little things, and I'd rather put those in bags instead of just having them run loose around, you know, the container that I have them in. Paintbrush for my wall. Well, walls. They're just gonna help me. Little tiny containers for thumbtacks. And a fresh bin for inside of there. And picture frame so I can put Shug's picture in it because it needs to happen. Let's see, I'm gonna set you guys up. Can't really show you what I'm doing too well other than this was my old drawer, and then the blue one's my new one. Has a little bit more rigidity in it. And, well, I guess this is kind of easy to, well, not really. Taking all these, going through. And separating like Atkins and dark chocolate and sugar-free stuff.
At this point, I was just trying to get all the sugar-free type of candy as well as my Dove dark chocolate.
So that way it's
if you are on a diet
to find.
and you are a chocolate lover, I highly recommend. may not be the best thing to have on a diet, however, it definitely helps. I think it's also important to note that when I say I am on a diet, it is not what you would typically think of as a diet. With my health issues, I am just
This is exactly why
eating what I can, as well as trying to fix my relationship with food after years of not having the best.
So I can put all these together and make it easy on myself for the nights that I'm trying to have a healthier chocolatey snack. I'm in love with chocolate. It's not leaving my life anytime soon. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. There we go. Just want it to be easy to grab snacks and whatnot. You know, and considering this is actually probably going in my closet sometime soon, I'd rather have this be a little bit more organized, since I'd just be able to move it over into my new little stand, which I have one already, so I don't need to get another one. Okay. Now I have to throw this away. This is one of those things that's this is one of those things that I'm like, do I throw it away or do I keep it? I'm throwing it away. Screw it. Nope. Same thing with this, because it still works, but I'm like, no. I'm saying goodbye. These bags are really good for keeping all the random little stuff together. Like I was saying, like I didn't realize I got some Valentine's candy at Walmart, and it actually came with little tiny stickers. Alright, I cut off the front and stuck it in there. That way it gives the bag a little bit of rigidness, strength. That way the stickers don't go all crazy in there. But yeah, they're very helpful. Hooray. Okay, you know what? Somebody told me when I was little that I looked like Workout Barbie when I had this in, and some things stick with you. Don't mind me, I had to check my teeth. I did cut that out though, so that way you didn't have to see that. I'm going to give you a quick little overview of everything, of how it's going. Give you a quick overview of the room. And just in case anybody's curious, this is my project I'm working on, and then some vast boxes, which here we go. I got a frame, kinda, for my baby's picture. Very thrilled to have that frame now. I would consider this a pretty much full clean. I'll do another once over after I get this stuff out of my room and stuff off my bed. I am utterly exhausted. I can tell my clients missed me though, so that makes me happy. Makes me also sad because, yeah. But pretty much, I just wanted to say I am really, really, really excited that I get to walk into my room and it's going to be a relaxing environment and not stressful. So I'm going to show you guys that in just a second, but I'm going to enjoy my drive home. Enjoy the beautiful music. Okay, welcome back. Don't mind my lip. I busted it. It's cold here, so it is what it is. Anyway, it's my Thursday. My eyes are really green, but I just want to give you guys a quick overview to kind of show you guys what the middle of my week looks like. That way tomorrow night when I get home, and then, you know, the day after when I start cleaning, you guys can kind of get like a couple updates through my life through the week. I wanted to wait to upload this part of the video so that way I could show you guys this and show you kind of how I live a week and then how I kind of clean. Oh my gosh, I'm so red. I never see how red my eyelashes and my eyebrows are. Well, I'm definitely a redhead. And Shug's mowing down on some wet food because I'm a bad mom and forgot to do the Chewy order, but oh well. He's got plenty of wet food. Did a Roman ponytail, as my coworker called it. Super stinking cute. Full of texture spray and hairspray, so it is absolutely disgusting. It's like stiff and crunchy. Absolutely delicious. I'm off of work. Thank the Lord. Today was stressful. I will just put it at that. My brain is so stretched over and under and backwards over itself that I can't think straight. I just want to go home, do my thing, chill out and relax, and take a very long shower. Home for the weekend. Have a massive runway package. About to go through that in a second, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm working with so today would be my Friday. I'm going to show you the end of week mess, and then we're going to start cleaning.
Had I known what I was going to wake up to the day after this, I genuinely would have just blown that candle out and thrown it away right then and there. Y'all will see later in the video that it ended up getting black soot all over the room, so yeah, I'm definitely wishing I could go back in time right now. Thankfully, almost everything was saved. The only thing is that yellow squishmallow, Peep is what his name is. There's definitely still some soot left on him, but not so much so that he has to be thrown away now, so that's good. And then there's the beautiful mermaid. I got her for my birthday. And then the shits. And yes, this does need to be cleaned. I will most likely deep clean it when I move it. It is a little too close to my closet and I can't push those those hangers right there all the way past without kind of having them lay wonky. And I do have some nicer dresses back there, so when I do move my dresser, I will be scooching that over just a little smidge. And there's the deer from the Squim Park and my sister's leg. He is so tall.
Oh my god. Bro. Maybe. Have you ever been cheated on? I have.
Y'all, I'm pretty sure someone's at my window. I'm gonna have nightmares from saying that, but I gotta show you. Why do I always have hair in my mouth when I start these damn clips? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna show you now. And introducing the lovely Regina. Hey, Regina. How you doing, girl? All right, so this part, oh my gosh, I can't. I have to have background noise. I get so weirded out when it's quiet. This part is going to be pretty jumpy and just kind of like a couple overviews. I've done a couple of them and then realized that I had like an overturned letter or something that showed my address, and I ain't showing y'all that, so had to fix that. I just went through my purse and I'm pretty sure I got most of my receipts. I'm going to go through my work bag tomorrow and kind of go through my snacks and whatnot. That's something else that I'd like to get done this weekend, but is not necessarily something that, I mean, I might show it. I don't know if it's going to make it on there. It's kind of one of those things that's just, you know, small, and just went through my bag. Got my receipts into my Fetch account. I have just about everything wrapped up the way that I want it to. I'm not sure how many times I've said this throughout this, like, part 1 and part 2. But pretty much, and I think this goes for anybody regardless of health issues, I want to come home from work I just want to come home on the weekends and be in my room without it being, oh, my bag just moved by itself. The weight must have been off. Oh, that completely disrupted me. Ow. Okay. Pretty much when I come home I can't say that.
when I come home at night and on the weekends, I don't want my room to be just like, I don't want to look around in my room and see clutter and think of all the little things that I have to get done. Like, I'd rather look around and think of, well, I can do this, well, I can do that, without, like, I described in the first one, there are want to do tasks and there are need to do tasks. So, making appointments, going through your bag, doing laundry, dishes, garbage, vacuuming, self-care, keeping up with your bed sheets, things like that. Those are need to do. And then things like me sewing my blanket and going through my bag of applesauces and wiping them all off. Like, you know, I'm just glad that I was able to do a bit of work, a little bit of tidying, and for the most part, I'm right back to where I was. Oh my goodness. Pretty much this is exactly where I'd like to be on my Friday night with, organized chaos. But for the most part, everything's off the floor. These are clear. So I slept real crazy last night, but I woke up to this. Benny's black. Peep is black. That is all candle soot. It's right there. Oh, right there. And here I sit. Got 2 split lips. And I'm not sure if those are ruined. Today's cleaning day, so I already have a load in the laundry. I have so much anxiety when I have to do laundry. And I was kind of thinking last night that I could get away with another week. But it literally almost snapped up off me last night because this one doesn't properly fit this bed, this bottom sheet. So I'm just going to wash my sheets and add on to all the extra laundry I'm doing. I'm glad I slept good last night because, yeah, I'm absolutely mentally done. I got all the stuff that had smoke on it. I'm almost 110% sure that it's smoke damage and it's not coming off of that stuff. So I think those things will probably have to get
more
thrown
soot
away.
that I found later
I'm very
on.
frustrated.
I'm just absolutely shocked and appalled by how much there was. And I'm just very grateful
Kind of
that
beyond words
the
at
blankets
this-
that were
at-
farther down in that corner
At
were
this
not
point,
touched.
it's beyond words.
It's super heavy. It weighs like 400 pounds. That is not an
I'm just really happy that
wheels for a rolling workbench for over a year now. I ordered them. Like
a
really
good
heavy
amount
duty walking
of,
ones that actually lower the bench onto the ground,
you know,
and you push them
my
up and put
blankets
them
were
up on wheels
unharmed.
so you can roll it
So
into your garage. I just
I
haven't
still
built it yet.
have
And I think that's part
my
of why
extremely
I really
nice
like doing projects when I feel
comforter,
inspired
and then
by it. And I think it makes the best content too
some
when you're
of my
excited about it. But I do see how
favorite
practical it
blankets
is,
as well.
and so I think that will be one of our next projects that we work on, because I do have a lot of furniture builds. There's going to be a lot more cutting and work involved, and I would like to
It's
talk
just
about,
so,
which also leads to most
it's
of,
so
like,
stupid. And I
furniture
woke
making
up
a
this
few
morning
cuts. I
feeling
actually
like
do not mind squatting on the ground
absolute
next to it,
garbage.
so I'm
I'm getting an
comfortable,
absolute
like, it doesn't hurt my
migraine.
knees or my back.
Like, whatever was
I'm
on
fine, but
my
when we
blankets
are doing a
and
bigger
the
build, like
pillows
using the bathroom vanity, I'll
and
usually
my
put it
stuffed
up on
animals,
it.
whatever was on
Can I tell
those
them what they are? Yeah. Well, just
went through
this won't
me.
give it away too much. I have 3
And
bigger
that's a
furniture
scary
builds
thought.
for our own house that are
So
all pretty
I don't
different.
plan
And
on
I'm really
having
excited
candles
about all of them. And then also we are
going
finally
for a
going to
long
make over
time.
our office, probably more towards the end of the year. But done some work on
There's
it, and it
nothing
was
more infuriating.
hilarious.
More than anything, I'm just so grateful that it's not smoke damage from a fire. I will say that. So, kind of going through that grieving process is, it's a little easier, but it still sucks.
Video series on my first mountain bike race in 20 years, and just kind of documenting that whole process of getting a new bike and training and doing the race. Because it's been really fun. You just forget how fun it is to get on your bike and just fly.
These are the Gorilla Grip containers. Highly recommend.
So the next one goes even further into the future.
And then you can also see
plans and or dreams, specifically with our
the
house.
black
So the first
smudges.
one is, do we plan to sell
Thank
this
God those are
current home
black.
and buy another fixer-upper?
It's not too bad over here. And took a shower. I put a bunch of loads of laundry in. I folded a couple. Got all my garbage out. I vacuumed. I got that taken care of. My little lazy Susan with all my face stuff. I got that reorganized. So pretty much this entire dresser, that dresser, and my my unit, my cube unit, are all, I know what's on them and I've gone through it. I still have to throw away one of the candles that's on there. I got it on clearance, and it's the sister, the identical twin, pretty much to the one that just created all of that drama for me and smoke damage. So I'm just going to throw that one away too. I'm not even going to give it to anybody. I'm not going to give it to Goodwill. I think that's just, that would be really rude of me. And then I will finish dusting and doing laundry tomorrow, but it is also changed and done. Pretty much my entire list is taken care of. Now I just get to do the want to do tasks, not the have to. I mean, the dusting, that has kind of turned into a have to task because it's pretty obvious that only half of it is done. And I live in a very dirt-y area. Not dirty, but there's dirt everywhere. So with that, everything is much more dusty and gets very cobwebby a lot faster than probably some other people's homes. So dust and things like that are rampant in this house.
She's got the weird part down pat. It's just the magic powers she's missing.
Alright, so here's our final overview. This would technically be the night right before I go back to work, so this is pretty much where my room gets to every week. Most of the time it is a little bit more picked up than this specifically. However, in that corner I did have a bunch of storage unit stuff. And then here is the smoke damage. Wonderful and great. But thankfully most of this did come out. Everything besides Peep, who is going to be shown in just a little bit, was completely saved and 100% salvaged. However, Peep, he does have a little bit of those black stains on him still. That pillow came out great as well, so very excited about that. Very random, but that's like a $30 pillow from Target, and I would never pay $30 for a pillow that size.
Right, ladies and gentlemen.
However, I did not know that it was $30, and when I rang it up, I said, okay, fine, I'm not putting it back. I've fallen in love,
time to
and
end this video, and I'm about to start my next video.
I love you. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Over an hour long already, so
I lied. These would be the technical overviews of what the room looked like at the end of my week.
And then I will start part
right before the beginning. Weekends are so weird to me.
It's just gonna be
The concept of time is weird to me.
My room will never stay clean. Like that's just not life. Especially since I live with my parents and most of my life happens in this one room. Cleaning never ends, but I am about to start the next video like I just said, and we're going to continue cleaning there. So if you guys want to continue on this little cleaning journey of mine, go ahead, press subscribe and comment down below if you are ADHD or on the spectrum and you have any cleaning tips. Highly recommend. Even if you're not on the spectrum, plop them down below. I am very open to suggestions. And I also appreciate it if you made it this far in this video. I know it was a long one. Hopefully you were able to either clean along with me or you enjoyed some of the chaos. And yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time. Okay. That'll do, donkey.